Anytime I do a screen protector review, I need to include FLOLAB because there's a lot of you out there that absolutely love their screen protectors, and they do make some really good screen protectors for mobile devices. And today we're going to be testing out their anti-glare glass and their blue light blocking tempered glass for the brand new iPad Pro 13-inch. Both of these screen protectors do have an antimicrobial coating as well as an anti-smudge. This one has an anti-glare smooth matte finish, which I absolutely love because it's always super smooth and it keeps down the fingerprints. And the other one we have here blocks out blue light and there's no color distortion, unlike some other tempered glass screen protectors that I've reviewed recently, which I won't name right now. But if you've seen my reviews, you know exactly which one that is. But if you've seen my reviews, you'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. And you're definitely going to want to stick around until the end of the video because I will be doing a whole bunch of tests to see how durable these screen protectors really are, and one of them being a scratch and a drop test. And I promise you by the end of this video, you'll know whether or not these screen protectors are right for you. And if you guys want to pick these up yourself, I will be putting product links in the video description. So first, let's start off with the anti-blue light tempered glass screen protector. This screen protector is scratch resistant, it's got a bubble-free installation, it's smudge resistant, and it also has an antimicrobial coating. So here we get one screen protector and an installation guide, and an installation kit. So the very first thing we need to do is to clean off our screen with the alcohol wipe. Then we'll dry it off. Then remove any dust with your dust sticker. So then take one of your screen protectors. This is the underside, making sure that where it says top goes towards the top on your iPad where the camera and the sensors are. And this top portion goes towards the left-hand side. We'll just flip this over. So then just take this whole thing, put it over the top of your iPad. We're going to press that into place, just like that. And as you can see, the top is towards the camera and the sensors, and the other top portion is on the left-hand side. So now we're going to take our whole iPad and we're going to flip it over, just like this. You can also press it again into place again. Then we'll see a couple posts in the back here. Just press down firmly with 2 fingers to hold the guide in place. And we're going to simply pull out the tab over here. Then just wait 20 seconds for the screen protector to adhere to your iPad. Once the 20 seconds are up, we'll flip our iPad over. Seems like it's still kind of adhering to the screen. If it is, just let it do its thing, as you can see in the corner here. Then once it's done, we'll take the top guide off. And we're all set. So it does look like we have a couple bubbles in the side here, but we do get a squeegee so we can easily get those out. So just take your squeegee and we're going to squeegee the bubbles out of the screen. Do not lift the screen protector up because you might end up bending it and then it won't stay down in some of the corners. All right, so I was able to get those bubbles out fairly easily. We'll wipe it down. And that looks like a really nice installation. All right, so let's take a look. That looks really clean. I don't see any bubbles, no dust, no lifting, and it seems to be perfectly placed on the iPad. There's a very even gap all the way around the screen for case compatibility, and the edges of the screen protector are also rounded off. As far as fingerprints goes, it does seem to do a great job at anti-fingerprint. There's just a very, very minor smudges on the screen, and you can very easily just wipe those away. The screen is also super smooth, just like the glass that's on the iPad itself. Very nice. Now, as you can see, the tempered glass screen protector is crystal clear. And even before I installed it, I didn't see any tints on the screen, unlike some of the other blue light blocking tempered glass screen protectors. This one seems to be crystal clear, and it will not interfere with the colors on the screen. Touch seems to be working perfectly fine. No issues there. Now I will be testing out the blue light filtration of this tempered glass in just a few minutes, but first let's see what the screen looks like as if you were looking at it through polarized sunglasses. So here, as you can see, there is a slight rainbow effect. It's not horrible, even if you turn the iPad every which way to kind of look at it from different angles. The rainbow effect is only slight. They're kind of like pastel rainbows. Definitely not a deal breaker for me. So now let's test out our Apple Pencil. Seems to be working perfectly fine. The line is right at the tip. It's nice and smooth. There is the eraser. Again, it's right at the tip. And it's working perfectly fine. So no issues with the Apple Pencil in this tempered glass. So now let's put our iPad inside of our case here. The screen protector seems like it comes right up to the edge of the case on the bottom. On the left side, there is still a slight gap on the top, and it almost comes up to the edge of the case on the right hand side. So it should be case friendly with most cases. So everything about the screen protector looks good so far. Installation was really easy. It does seem to be case friendly. It's crystal clear. And before we do our scratch and our drop test, I want to show you how that blue light filtration works. So I have this blue light filter card so we can test out the blue light blocking capability of the tempered glass screen protector. Now you can kind of see where it says FLOLAB on the card there, but when I shine this blue light on the card, you'll notice that it becomes purple and kind of burned by the blue light because there's nothing blocking it, as you can see. So I'm going to put the card underneath the tempered glass. I'm going to shine the blue light at the screen, and we'll see if the card turns purple like it does now. All right, so here I have the blue light filter card underneath the tempered glass screen protector. Now I'm going to shine the blue light again at the tempered glass, and we should not see any change on the blue light card like we did before. And you can clearly see that it is it's not turning any colors. It's not turning purple because of the blue light blocking capability of the tempered glass. So it's definitely doing its job. And just to show you the difference, here is the card with no blue light blocking. As you can see, it's turning purple from the blue light, and we have the blue light blocking card underneath the tempered glass not doing anything. So now let's move on to the scratch and the drop test. All right, so we're going to start off the test by dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go at 2 feet. Moving on to 3 feet. Moving on to 4 feet. Moving on to 5 feet. Moving on to 6 feet. 6 feet. So not bad at all. This tempered glass screen protector lasted up until a 6-foot drop. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So regular tempered glass typically starts to scratch around a Mohs hardness number 6. So we're going to start off with a number 5. We'll move on to a number 6. And then finally a number 7. So if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and just a little deeper at a number 7. So scratch resistance is pretty standard for tempered glass. So installation for the screen protector was really easy. It also does seem to be case friendly. It works perfectly fine with the Apple Pencil Pro. It lasted up until a 6-foot drop, and scratch resistance is pretty standard for tempered glass. And then here we have the FLOLAB anti-glare tempered glass. So we get one tempered glass screen protector and an installation packet. So first, clean off your screen with the alcohol wipe. Then dry it off. Remove any dust. Then take one of your screen protectors. This is the underside, making sure that the top portion goes towards the camera and the sensors on the top of your iPad, and this portion goes towards the left side of your iPad. So we'll flip this over. Place this over the top of your iPad, and then press it into place. Then we're going to flip the whole thing over just like this and press the iPad down, making sure that it's in place. Then hold down on these two posts here with 2 fingers, and we're going to pull out this tab with our other hand. Wait 20 seconds for the screen to adhere to your iPad. Then we'll flip the whole thing over. Then we're going to remove the guide, just lift up on one end. And you're all set. That looks like a perfect installation. I don't see any bubbles. I don't see any dust. No lifting. There, as you can see, it's got that anti-glare screen. Looks really nice. The edges are also rounded off. As far as the touch goes, super smooth. It might even be smoother than the glass that's on the actual iPad. That feels amazing. And as far as fingerprints goes, I don't see any fingerprints whatsoever. That is awesome. As you can see, it's got a cutout for our camera and our sensors. And the screen is nice and clear. That looks amazing. Touch working perfectly fine. Now, because it is a matte screen protector, it's going to just slightly take away some sharpness of the screen, but it still looks amazing. And there's also a slight gap all the way around the edge of the screen protector for case compatibility. It looks really good. So now let's see what the screen looks like as if we were looking at it through polarized sunglasses. So as you can see, it's got kind of like a dirty pastel rainbow, depending on how you angle the iPad. It's not horrible. You can still see what's on the screen, but it is there. All right, now let's test out our Apple Pencil. So now let's test out our Apple Pencil. So it does seem to be working perfectly fine. The line is right at the tip of the pen. Change to our eraser. Hover also seems to be working fine. And there is the eraser. And it's right at the tip of the pen. All right, so far so good. Let's put it into our case. Seems to fit the case perfectly. I don't see any bubbles, no lifting. It does seem to come right up to the edge of the case on the bottom left and about the right, and there's a slight gap at the top. So it should be case friendly with most cases. So if you've seen my screen protector videos before, you know that I love matte tempered glass. And that is at full brightness. So everything's looking and working great. Now let's move on to the scratch and the drop test. All right, so we're going to start off the test by dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So here we go at 2 feet. Alright, so this screen protector only lasted up until a 2-foot drop. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So regular clear tempered glass usually starts to scratch around a Mohs hardness number 6, but matte tempered glass screen protectors usually start to scratch at a little less than that, so we're going to start off with a number 4. Then we'll move on to a number 5. Then we'll move on to a number 6. Then finally a number 7. Now if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 4. There are very light at the number 5. And there are some gouges at the number 6 and at the same for the number 7. So scratch resistance seems to be a little less than regular tempered glass. But that's not just for this tempered glass screen protector. This seems to be the case for a lot, if not all, of the matte tempered glass. So installation for the screen protector was super easy. It also does seem to be case friendly. It works perfectly fine with the Apple Pencil. It only lasted up until a 2-foot drop, and scratch resistance seems to be a little less than regular tempered glass. So that's it for the FLOLAB tempered glass screen protectors. Which one was your favorite? Do you like the blue light filter or do you like the anti-glare? Let me know in the comments below. Even though the matte tempered glass screen protectors don't seem to last very long for the drop and the scratch test, I'm still really fond of the way that they feel, and I absolutely love the matte glass look. So my personal favorite is definitely the anti-glare matte tempered glass. And again, if you guys want to pick either one of these up, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.